I've been in tech for the past 7 years, and I observed something recently, that not anyone can use AI agents correctly. What I mean by this is that there are many people who get stuck when they try to build their application. It's like they manage to go to some length, but then they are stuck not knowing how to proceed. I personally have built many applications like a global chessboard, a text editor, a browser extension for researchers to highlight any text, a mobile app that is a shave tracker, as you can imagine where the idea came from, but the point is that I built a lot of applications. If you are a person who is struggling or getting stuck at some point, like you're getting your application locally on your machine, but you don't know how to deploy it, or you know how to deploy it, but you don't know how to start building the application, this video is for you. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is what makes a web application. Well, it is pretty easy if you think about it. It is something that you see and something that makes what you see act in certain ways, then something that saves the state of what makes this work in such a way. This is called the front end, the back end, and the database. Then all of this lives on some kind of infrastructure, be it a virtual machine, which is the easiest thing to go for, or the easier than the easiest, which is using a platform as a service provider like Vercel or something like that. So the first thing that you need to do is build your application locally. Now, you can self-manage, self-host, whatever, self-build everything, or you can go the other way, which is the easier one, and just pay a very little monthly fee, subscription, whatever you want to call it, to some database as a service or backend as a service provider. The one that I've currently been using is called Neon. They're a database as a service company, but they recently released a lot of features, making their whole product offering essentially backend as a service. Now, they handle everything from authentication, which is what makes your application hold users and make it possible for people to sign in, sign up, register, all those kinds of stuff. They also have the data API, which allows you to interact from your client, from your front end to your backend hosted on their platform, essentially without you having a backend. It is always better for you to also have a backend, but it is a possibility that they provide you. Now, they recently released 3 new features, which is the storage, Neon Storage, Neon AI Gateway, and Neon Secrets, which means that you have everything you need to be able to have any application, including applications that utilize AI. Now, assuming you don't want to go the self-managed path, which would require more knowledge from your side, what you need to do is have an AI agent subscription. I don't think Cursor is that good. I think the terminal agents are best right now in fully autonomously building something, like natural language programming in a way. You ask the agent to do something, it does it. The reason behind this is that the terminal agents are really good at using your computer, because everything that you do from the graphical interface of your operating system can also be achieved through the terminal. And not only, but it is standardized in a way that it is text-based, which means the LLMs, the AI agents, are able to use your computer entirely from the terminal. I personally right now use Claude Code, but I am considering moving to OpenAI Codex with the recent release of Solterra and so on. Also, not only, but Anthropic is not very stable in their releases. They are quite unpredictable, while OpenAI, their tool feels more like a tool rather than a coworker. And I don't want a coworker. I don't think you need a coworker to be building software. You need a tool that can handle what you want. In terms of technologies, you are going to be using Next.js, which is the easiest one, and by far the most data scrubbed by the agents. The agents are really good at Next.js and their documentation is great. Next.js is going to serve both as a front-end and as a back-end proxy. What I mean by this is you will have your front-end, which is React, and your back-end, which is Next.js, but we'll only be using it as a proxy to interact with the Neon backend. Now, in terms of design, you're going to be using Tailwind and also ShadCN UI. The reason behind this is again because the agents are really good at utilizing those libraries. I have created a template for a project that you can pass to your agent and a skill that bootstraps the template from where you can just ask the agent to do something and it will ask you back if it needs an API key or something like that. Essentially what you have, what I'm trying to achieve here is give you a template that you can just point an agent to. It will download the template, it will build everything, tell you how to run it locally, so you can quality check it, see if you don't like something, if you like something, if you want more features, and then be ready to deploy it. Where the deployment is another skill that I'm going to provide in the repository that you can again load in the terminal agent of your choice and ask it, okay, look at my project, I want to deploy this, and it will start discussing with you what your possibilities, options are. You are going to pick one of them and it is going to configure everything for you. I really want to run this theory in practice, so if you do give this a go, please let me know how it goes. And yeah, I just hope that you're able to get unstuck in whatever area you're currently stuck when building applications. Thank you for watching and have a good one.